The purpose of this video is just to share some tips really on how I do training videos quickly and easily, how you can turn some of your content, particularly written content, into training videos, or if you've done a live presentation, one that you do over and over again around the place, and you can easily cut it down into chunks or into a specific sort of little piece of training. I'll show you a tool that I use for that purpose as well. So before I get started, I'll just share this Word document. So this went out to everybody just in terms of asking for content, and it was a sort of content guideline for Dojo. And just to reiterate, the purpose of Dojo is to help get more customers to your business, to get more eyes on what you do, particularly live events. I think all of us would agree getting people along to live training is challenging these days, but if they've seen a lot of your stuff already, either live or some of the other types of training and some of the good stuff that you've put out into the world first, then the likelihood of getting a sort of bum on a seat, as it were, goes up exponentially. So the other reason why Dojo is important is that Agile needs a community place to go for exchange of learning, and also online learning is growing at an exponential rate. I think I talk about this in this document. The e-learning market is predicted to experience significant global growth over the next 5 years, and it's just a reflection of the world that we live in. This is how people are learning these days. So rather than go through this document in detail, I'd ask you, please, if you get the chance, to have a look through it, because in here I do actually explain a really simple methodology for doing a good video. Starting with a quick introduction, then you run through your actual content, and in that introduction you basically explain what you're going to be going through. After the content, you conclude with a brief summary. This is what you've just learned. And then a really clear call to action, download the PDF, please do this now, and so on. So this document is actually a good starting point. And if I'm teaching grannies how to suck eggs here slightly, I apologize. I'm just making sure that we covered all our bases. Now in Agile Dojo, there are plenty of opportunities to add content. And this is stuff you would freely give away anyway. So why not give it to more people, exponentially grow the number of eyes on your business. This is an example of a learning pathway. I've called it Agile Leadership Fundamentals, where you step people through very specific elements of Agile leadership. So step 1, Agile leadership and introduction. Step 2, the self-assessment framework, and so on and so forth. And each one would have a little video and probably a little bit of text explanation with it. So that's one area that you could provide video content. That would be awesome. The second one is this tools and tactics page. This is successful goal setting. You can watch that. It's one of my older videos. It's still pretty solid, and it follows the outline that I mentioned earlier about an introduction. This is what I'm going to tell you. Tell them, and tell them what you told them, and then a call to action. So it's good solid stuff, and I'm going to show you exactly how I made that in around about 20 minutes. I think it took me to do that video. So you have your video. It's a quick tip and tools. This is how to set goals, and there's a downloadable PDF. This is the live site that you're looking at the minute. There's no downloaded on there, but we will load one. So if you've got anything on leadership, leading remote staff, agile culture, transformation, running successful agile meetings, whatever it is, videos are a really powerful way of explaining some of the knowledge that you have in between your ears. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you is actually with a tool that I use. What you're looking at here is something called Camtasia, C-A-M-T-A-S-I-A, and it's a video tool. And as I'm talking, what my computer is doing is recording everything on the screen. So you're seeing now the video editing suite. So the moment I stop recording, this is a red button to record and it's white to stop the recording. So as soon as I stop the recording process, what will happen is Camtasia will suddenly populate this bar at the bottom with video content. Now let me just bring this. So there you go. That's a sort of a shot of my screen. If I press play, it would start playing the video here. And at the front of this video, before I start talking, you can see there's a big bit of dead space. And I won't go into a full Camtasia tutorial, but just by dragging this red bar and green bar, but the red bar across, and right clicking and deleting that, I am editing a video, believe it or not. It's that simple. So Camtasia is a tool that I used to make that tips and tactics video in around about 20 minutes. And all it is a series of PowerPoint slides that are animated, and I literally just speak to the PowerPoint slides. It's that simple. And I just talk through the PowerPoint slides, and at the end I do a bit of an edit to tidy it up, but fundamentally I've got my video done. Now another way of doing it is, if you're very good face to face or very good in front of a room, you can take your video and convert it into an MP4 file, or if you've taken the video on your mobile phone, it's already MP4, and it literally, you can upload it into this media bin. It will appear all the way along the bottom again, and you can edit it really simply. So that's pretty much it. That's how to do video really easily. I think for me the most powerful two ways I do it is PowerPoint, that's slightly animated to look cool, and then I just edit it down at the end. And then the live pieces that I do, I usually use my iPhone, believe it or not, because the quality of the cameras now in smartphones is phenomenal. And so long as you've got a decent microphone, then you can convert that MP4 into a really good video in a matter of minutes. So I hope that's been helpful. I hope this helps you in terms of turning some of your written content into really powerful video content. And I wish you all the best. Take care.